The first thing I want to say is thank you again for this report. You've done a couple reports over the past year or so and the past few years to emphasize and re-emphasize and re-emphasize in order to finally emphasize the importance of art and culture in the lifeblood of Philadelphia and our region. I have had an opportunity to look at all of the recent reports, including today's, and I think you would have to be living in another place not to understand the significance beyond the $1.3 billion, beyond the 40,000 jobs. The significance of art and culture, I think, is to some extent like that tagline on the credit card commercial. Ultimately, I think it's priceless. The impact that it has on young people and the not so young in terms of the liveliness of Philadelphia, what it means in terms of employment, economic return, the investment of $1, bringing 5 back at the city, and the returns we get from state dollars as well. And I know that often there's a discussion about, well, the stadiums were funded, and this was funded, and that was funded, and of course art and culture generate more people, more economic activity, more hotel room stays than any of the sports venues, although just on the heels of what happened yesterday, we do appreciate at least what the Eagles did yesterday, and we're still hopeful about the Phillies. So let's at least acknowledge them for a day for what they do. A couple quick things. The reports have been consistent, and some of you may have had an opportunity to read our position paper, policy paper on art and culture, which of course is readily accessible at nutterformayor.com. The first of which is the city's demonstration of a commitment to art and culture by finally reestablishing very quickly the Office of Art and Culture in the city of Philadelphia. And at the moment, not having a complete idea of where it will be, and I know there are concerns about cabinet level positions. The only thing I would tell you about that is during the course of this campaign, if I put everyone in the cabinet that people have asked to be in the cabinet, we will have an 800-person cabinet and have our cabinet meetings at the Pennsylvania Convention Center, the expanded part, of course. What I can tell you is, without figuring out location, I can tell you about importance. And as I said to Sharon Pinkenson this afternoon in a meeting about what Sharon loves to talk about, which of course is film, everyone in the city government, should I be mayor of this city, will be very clear about the importance of the Office of Art and Culture and the significance of the person who would serve in that office, and that should someone not do what they are asked to do by that office, they'll be getting a phone call from me. And if I ever have to call them again about the Office of Art and Culture, they'll be looking for a new job. The kind of impact that I think we can make is not only financially, but also by what the mayor does and the presence of other components throughout the government, and whether it's our economic development agencies, whether it's our line operating departments. I think everyone throughout the government has a role to play in the issue of art and culture, and of course our quasi-public agencies as well. And as we talk with people about big buildings that they want to build and economic opportunity and jobs to be created, someone always has to be in that agency or in that department to ask the question, and what is the art and culture component of what it is that we're doing? I think that that critical question always has to be asked, always has to be emphasized, so that everyone understands that this is not just one entity's job and responsibility, it is the responsibility across the board of all the various departments and agencies. The investments that we should be making and have tried to make over the years when I was in City Council for the Cultural Fund, I've again laid out in our position paper to increase those numbers up over the $5 million range over a period of investment over the next 3 to 4 years. You will know what it's like to have a mayor who is deeply committed to supporting art and culture should I be the next mayor of this city, and that's been my reputation, and I plan to deliver. Thank you very much.
I will hear